Hi, and welcome to Marketing Live TV for this week, where you can engage in real life marketing live on the show. This week, I'm going to cover the second episode to our discount online marketing campaign, and I'm going to talk about the design side of the campaign. So, if you're interested in marketing, interested in design, feel free to engage on either Facebook, Twitter, through Periscope or YouTube. We're live on all channels at the moment. So, hi guys, thanks for watching, and yes, feel free to join us on for this week's episode of Marketing Live TV. So, stay tuned to find out more. Alright, so my name's Jason and this is Marketing Live TV, where you can engage in real life marketing live on the show. So this week we're going to cover the design side of a discount promo code marketing campaign, and we're going to talk about the design elements and how to ensure or what to look for when creating a marketing campaign and what to look for in terms of the design. So but before I get into the show, I just want to say thanks for watching, and if there's any part of the show that you like or any part of the concept that you like, or if you just want more information, feel free to connect and share on our YouTube channels or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, or any of those channels there, those ones that you can see. So if you would like to feature on the show, feel free to drop us a note either through www.marketinglive.tv, or you can always send us an email, info@marketinglive.tv. So I'll jump straight in. So last week we covered the discount promo campaign strategy, and so that you can see part of that, I'll bring that up. So what that basically was outlining was that we'll take a number of channels and feed them into the campaign landing page. We'll then drive them through to the product pages that will be featured in that campaign. And then for those that purchase, great, we did a great job. And for those that don't, we'll then drive them to effectively an abandoned cart strategy, where we will either send them an email at some point after they've left the site, or we will do some remarketing to them. So that was the campaign strategy that we covered last week. So for this week, we are looking at the design for the campaign. So last week we did a call out to a couple of designers and just say, hey, if you're interested, shoot us through some designs. So we got some, we had a look through, and these are the ones that we thought were the most relevant to sort of do a bit of a comparison for. So before we jump into looking at those, I just want to highlight some areas that just to pay attention to when you're creating a tactical marketing campaign like this one. So when it comes to design, there's basically three elements that you need to make sure that you cover, and they are: does it support your brand? Does it stimulate engagement? And does it effectively convey the message that you're trying to achieve? So I'll look at each one of those in a little bit of detail. So the first one, does it support your brand? So when it comes to supporting your brand, there is the elements like, does it have your brand colors? Does it have your brand fonts? Is the brand elements all included where needed and where appropriate? But then there's also the point of, does it support your brand message and brand voice? So an example of this would be if you sell high-end products and you've they're high quality, high end products, then you have a marketing campaign that offers out your lower quality, broken, torn, ripped products for 25% of the cost, then you're not really supporting your brand message. So make sure that not only the brand elements and design, but also the voice of the design matches your brand. So the second point to look when looking at design is, does it stimulate engagement? So the point that this part, does it stimulate engagement, kind of suggests that it all has to be about action, but it doesn't. The important thing to remember is, does it stimulate some form of either action or emotional reaction as a part of the design. So that might be as clean and clear as, oh wow, that's a really good offer. Great. That's a great reaction to have if you've got a tactical marketing campaign. The other, but it might be more subtle than that. It might be a couple sitting on a beach in a tropical location with a waiter handing them a cocktail while their friends are sitting next to them, and that will stir an emotional response to say either, oh, gee, I wish I was there, or wow, that looks like an amazing holiday, or oh, I remember when I did X. So what you're trying to do is, again, one, support the brand, but two, generate an engagement of some way, shape or form. What it does is it places that campaign in the mind of the consumer. So then the third important message is, does it convey the message that you're trying to get across? Is there a tactical, if it's a tactical campaign, if it's a tactical campaign that has a discount and there's a time limit and all that sort of stuff, the design of it needs to clearly get that across to the customer as quickly as possible. You don't want to be loading and depending on the campaign, but in a promo code campaign for an online store, you want to be getting the customers through to there as quickly as possible, giving an understanding as quickly as possible as what they can achieve. An example of this would be having the main message and written on text within the design, but it doesn't always have to be text. It can be visual cues. It might be, if you're selling a high-end watch, you might have gentlemen dressed in a suit in a ball scenario looking at the time, and and that will then provide the visual cue that this is a high-end situation and the watch is does what it needs to do, tell the time. All right, so let's jump into the first. Sorry. All right, so let's jump into the first one. Now, the campaign names we haven't come up with or anything like that, so all of these slightly have different ones, but we're going to review these basically in line with, does it support the brand, does it stimulate engagement, and does it convey the message of the campaign. Now, I'll go back a step and just let you know that the campaign was a promo code campaign for retail beauty products, and it was a 30% off discount campaign. So a customer goes to the store, types in it, finds the product they want, types in the promo code, selects buy, discounts applied, and off they go. It gets shipped through to them. The window of time that the sale is valid for is 7 days, and it was an online sale only, so they couldn't go into the store to buy it. It had to be purchased online. So let's look in a bit more detail at the first one. So in the brief at the end of the campaign, I gave out to the designers that there was some colours and fonts and bits and pieces, so that across all of these designs is included. So all of the colors that you see there are on brand, all of the fonts are on brand. The is it on brand message? Uh, you may say yes, you may say no. You would have to look at the branding a bit more to look at that. But in effect, it is on brand. It's the I guess the issue that there is with this one is that it doesn't really mention anything about beauty products. So it does highlight the sale, it gives it a bit of a catchy title, and it does say that it's a 7-day sale. The point to note with some of these is that you will need to give more detail with this, can't be just this, but sometimes in things like social media, you don't have much of an opportunity to. So, right, so let's then have a look, and please feel free to comment on any of the on this as we go. Just might jump in and see who's watching. We've got a number of guys on both. Hi guys. Sorry, looking at the wrong thing. Hi guys on Facebook and on Twitter. And so thanks for watching. Feel free to share it, and I'll keep going. So let's look at the second. So the second design is it's a bit more cluttered, but it does have a little bit more detail for it. Again, all the colors and elements are on brand, except for the main take off 30% message. So we'll look at that one in a bit more detail. So that take off 30% is not a brand font. It does, in my opinion, does give it a bit of weight. The thing with both of these two designs though is they don't, while they stimulate engagement in terms of giving prominence to the 30% off, so if you are interested in that 30% off message, then obviously this will catch your attention, but it doesn't stimulate an emotional response. So that may or may not be what you're after, but we'll keep going and we'll have a look at the third design. Alright, so the third design has a flower in it. It mentions that it's an online beauty sale, has 30% off, that it's 7 days, it's online again, and it has the website in it. It has the design element on the outside, but it has a visual picture, so it's a bit more visually appealing. Now, all of them are effectively on brand. All of them convey the 30% off message. The first one didn't convey anything about it being a beauty salon, or a beauty sale, and where the last two did. And I'll just bring that one up a bit more. But the final one obviously it shows the difference between having a visual picture versus two more design orientated or plain design campaign elements. So in terms of the message, I guess the important bit is all of these elements, the three elements, is it on brand, does it stimulate engagement, and does it convey a message, are sliding scales. You can't have all of them 100%, or well, if you do, great, then you've got a great design, and it should work really well from an engagement point of view. But sometimes you have to let things slide to get benefit in the others. So for example, in the first versions and the second version, we've kind of lost some of the emotional engagement side of it to bring prominence to more of the 30% off value engagement side of it. So the same with branding. we've lost some of the beauty, style, and branding for these type of designs, but we've gained the prominence in conveying the message. So so basically we'll leave those to the owner of the business to sort of convey. I'll just go back and see. So if there's anyone there that has any questions, feel free to sing out. There's 4 odd people viewing it on Facebook and a few on Periscope. So thanks guys for watching again. So that will cover us off for today. If there's anything that you would like in terms of more detail, please feel free to let us know, and I will endeavour to get someone in to assist. For next week, we'll go through and we'll actually implement or step through the process of implementing this promo code campaign, and we'll highlight all of the elements from the start, the strategy, the design. We'll cover off the designs for all the communication channels, and then we'll implement them through the various channels, and then follow that up in shows later on down the track after the sale with the results, and we'll cover off how each element performed. So again, thanks for watching guys. If you like any part of the show or would like to find out more about either being featured or being part of the show, feel free to connect and share on any of these social media channels, or if you would like, contact us at marketinglive.tv. Stay tuned for future shows to find out more about the implementation, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.